Okay, so the 335i has an inactive light when I try to check the oil level, and I'll repin the oil sensor because the wires, this happens when the wires get cut, so you could repin them. But after checking mine out, I'll show you in a second, it looks like this on the oil level sensor. I'll show you that, but then there's the other end to it that plugs in like this with these holes, and my car's missing that. So he repins this part, and these wires are usually cut if you read up on a lot of forums, and you can't really find this part anywhere. So essentially I'm gonna heat shrink these with some of these onto the snag cords, but it's missing this part, and then we're gonna see if it fixes the light. Now this part isn't made for the 335i. I couldn't find any videos or any links online selling this part, but I did find one part that was recommended for the 335 diesel. So here's the part, which is similar to this, and we're gonna see if this plugs in. And then here's the missing cords with the missing sensor. They got snagged or something, so I'm gonna try to resolder this other end or heat shrink it onto this and see if I can plug it in and get it working. So this is the only challenge right now, to see if this will fit. So I believe this goes like this. It's like, okay, so hopefully this fits. No, it does not fit, unfortunately. Wow, this sucks. So because that piece did not fit, I just did end up using those little prongs that I got from BMW that go into the sensor, and I'm gonna just try to plug each one of these on directly, and then heat shrink these on to the corresponding wires that are snagged without the sensor. We'll see if that works. The only thing is it won't have the water protection, but maybe it'll at least, read. Okay, so this is what the final job looks like. I heat shrinked all of these onto each individual cord, and I connected the connector onto the cords, heat shrinked it to the originals. Now I'm going to match the color to the aligning prong and see if this works. Okay, so this is the finished job. Each one of those things fits pretty snug. Maybe I'll cover this with some electrical tape or something to try to keep it clean. But they're all on there pretty good, pretty snug. No real difference other than that plastic thing that grips this. And maybe I'll return that other part. Guess it didn't work. The oil level. It still says inactive. Maybe I got the order wrong. So the diagram I was reading was for an older BMW 325i model, and I referred back to this other wiring guide, and I had connection 1 and 3 flipped. So now when I check, it's loading and it's giving a reading. So I'm gonna just let it warm up and see what it says, but it looks like it's working. Okay, so for the final job, just put some electrical tape over the opening so no water gets in. And yeah, it works great.